Right, I'd just like to thank Acorn Kia for the test drive. I was just doing it as a punter. This is not a press car and it's not a promotion, it's not a sponsorship. I've been a customer of theirs for 18 years and I've bought 7 cars from them, and my wife's bought quite a few and the rest of the family. So we've been using them a long time, so I do recommend them. And again, thanks for the car. I only had the car for 90 minutes, so my review was a bit rushed, and if things didn't work out, then I had to like it or lump it and just try and get it done in as much time as I could. Today I'm test driving the new Niro EV. Well, I'm driving the new Niro EV, and yeah, the pre-production one I saw at the launch feels a bit different. The centre console seems lower than an EV6, and they've changed some of the buttons to differentiate between this and the EV6, but there is like a star button for shortcuts. The HVAC looks the same or very similar. This is the 2 trim, which is basically what all the Kia dealerships get, normally in white. So you've got wireless Android Auto, which I've got on the screen there, and that works well. But there is no navigation, so you've got to use your phone for that. Also, some of the binnacle displays you get on the 4 trim aren't available on this trim. They give you 3 or 4 options, but that the nicest one isn't on this. I'm in sports mode now. I think it started off in Eco by default. Can't really open it up on this. Switch back to Eco mode. And a normal mode. And there's also a snow mode, just like on the EV6. Notice there's an economy meter there, which tells you your miles per kilowatt hour and how economical you're driving. I haven't found the trip meter with the miles per kilowatt hour average on yet, although there is one down the bottom there. Yeah, 3.2. There we go. 4.9 miles per kilowatt hour. What's that in kilometres? The menu on the main entertainment screen is very minimal compared to an EV6. There's just very fewer options. Basically, that's your lot. Very little in there, and there's a Wi-Fi hotspot because the Wi-Fi is enabled in this. Oh, there's the media button. It's just in a different place on the EV6. Yeah. All of the media display options on the main screen on the driver binnacle are clock based on this. So you've got your power meter and then you've got your speedometer on the left. And you don't get an Android split screen on the 8-inch model. You can just either have one or the other. So there's your Google Maps. Although it looks wide, there isn't anything in the menus to turn on a split screen that I can find. got quite a lot more settings in the cluster display to play with rather on the entertainment screen menu. So if you want to change the cluster theme, go in there. Got A, B, C, or link to drive mode. Now, it's pretty good for a base level car, and as long as your phone's working and the Android Auto or CarPlay's working, that's absolutely fine for your sat nav. Right, I'm going to switch into sport mode. It feels slightly less edgy than the old E Niro, but it's fine acceleration wise. I'm going to switch into cruise control, if I can remember how to do it. Yeah, there we go. When I say cruise control, I mean smart cruise control. It's nice and quiet to drive, and it feels as tight and as new as my old E Niro did when I first had it. It seems pretty decent materials wise, and I'll show some more features when I stop and pull over. Wonder if it doesn't switch modes like the V6 does. Right, it's cruise control slowing down, and we're going to go back down the dual carriageway. It's a very smooth ride. Suspension feels hard but not too soft. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, it just flies. Cruise control. And you've got the same graphics as an EV6, just in different colours. If I change drive modes, you'll see Eco changes to light blue, just like the EV6. Normal is purple on here. and sport is red, and snow mode is purple as well. It's strange it's not recognising the speed signs, or maybe it just hasn't seen one. They normally come out of the sat nav and by recognition, but this hasn't got the sat nav. I'll see if it picks one up. I think there's some down the road here. So. The stereo sounds okay. Not that it's badged or anyway. I don't see any stickers on the speakers or anything. And the pre-production one had its a subwoofer in the boot, and this hasn't got that. It's just got a block with the tyre kit, so you can put a spare in this. A full-size spare will fit under the floor. Have a speed sign anywhere? Would be nice. There appears to be no V2L menu on this, so I don't think it's actually supported on the 2. There's nowhere turning it on or controlling it, as far as I can tell. We have a speed sign coming up. Let's see if it recognises it. Yep, it spotted the speed sign, which is good. But it's missing the database from the sat nav, which it would have been. That's where you miss it. Yeah, this whole 8-inch screen menu system is way different to the My Niro with a full-size screen and my EV6. I also noticed there's very few controls compared to the higher models, trims, but that's to be expected. But the media and HVAC controls are the same. Seem more spaced out than mine, slightly bigger lettering. Right, this is what I've got for the day, or for an hour, and it's not really that bad at all. I like driving it. This takes me back to my Niro days. It's the 2 model. It's got like a parcel cover, but not the solid one you used to get. It hasn't got any subwoofer under there, so in theory you could fit a full-size spare in there because it's still got the whole the spinner thing in the middle, and well, it's more space to put loads of stuff really. So that's really good. A couple of tethers. Oh, that's where you would have the motorised door control. You get material trim on the seats on this level. You seem to have at least 4 or 5 speakers, but they're unbranded. Cup holders, more cup holders. Oh, you've even got the old Niro ones, haven't you? That I used to have in the old one. You get this in the middle, cubby hole, USB for your media, and the rest are just for charging, and a 12-volt socket. The glove box, not that big. This hasn't got the ambient lights, so I can't show you that. And it's got the same driver controls as you get on EV6. You've got motorised windows, back and front, manual folding mirrors, and remote controls, just like you get, and steerable mirror control there. You've just got a dip control there and a lane keep assist button there. Then you've got parking brake, rear camera, parking sensors, auto hold, and all the buttons are greyed out there, and another little cubby hole there for your phone. 8-inch screen, 10-inch screen. And back seats, which are splittable. You've got gas struts on the bonnet now, like on the EV6. And a little thrunk for your cables. And your charging's there. And that's your level meter. Normal 17-inch Continental tyres. These look like they are alloys, but they look very plasticky compared to the other trim levels. So they're 215 55 R17 these. Right, I'm going to test to see if the front window's open if you press and hold the key. Now you just get the one by the look of it. Budget. Oh well. Right, I hope you enjoyed that review. My conclusion is the new Niro EV is every way as good, if not better, than the one I first test drove in early 2020, and the car that I fell in love with, my first electric car, and I do still like it an awful lot. It's got a slight edge on the rear-wheel drive EV6 in performance, slightly faster than 0 to 60, and being smaller and lighter, it's easier to just fling around. Differences, I mean, it's got the same controls on the door, the same steering wheel, the same kind of similar 2-screen layout, albeit slightly smaller, the same media and HVAC control panel there, the the seat backs and the seat pockets on the back are the same, and the door controls are the same, and maybe the door levers. The top level model has got everything that this has got, apart from the famous 3D camera, and the fast charging, and also the looks. But the Niro EV has still got a wheel well to put a spare wheel in the back, for the ones that don't have a subwoofer in the back. Now I don't know what the sound system situation is on the top model now, but the one pre-production one had an amp in the back, a subwoofer amp, or just a speaker. The one I tested didn't, so the possibility is there to put a spare wheel in. I think it's an all-round great car, and if I had to not be able to afford another one of these, I would go back to it. It seemed pretty solid and sturdy to me, as good as the last one that I had. So if I was on the market, I would buy the top level one again. Prices: the base model that I drove, the EV2, which has got it's got wireless Android Auto and CarPlay instead of a sat nav, and lots of the goodies are missing. It starts at £36,745. The Model 3 is £39,495. That with a heat pump is £40,395. And then the 4 trim, which has got all the goodies on it, you know, the self-driving HDA and blind spot detection, various things like that. That starts at £42,245 out the heat pump, and the top level one is £43,145. The orange paint is the base colour paint, so that comes free. But it's still a great car, and yeah, if I was in the market, yeah, I think I would buy one. Anyway, thank you for watching.